can never slip, I got amnesia. Yeah, I'm still awake, but my mind's dreaming. Success and power is all I'm seeing. Beats and feats is the only thing I'm eating.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Garbearfitness. I don't even know what discussion vlog this is, but today I just simply wanted to touch points and kind of like where I'm standing in my life right now with fitness and different aspects like that. So we're back on the back patio here, and I haven't filmed a video back here for a while. But anyway, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, topic of discussion number one. First thing I want to discuss was personal training. So about 2 weeks ago, I took my personal trainer exam and I passed. But before that, I think I spent about 4 months studying for that personal trainer exam. I came home every day, I read this book. Didn't take any classes. I think it was about a 600-page textbook. And the exam, it was from the National Council on Strength and Fitness. And there's a lot of certifications out there, but that's just one I kind of went with at the time being. And I haven't even announced this on my social media, like my Instagram or my Facebook yet, because I haven't gotten my certification in the mail. It should be here about Thursday, the latest Thursday this week, because they said it'd take about 10 business days. But that was probably like the first exam I've ever really been nervous for, because back in college, I mean, my grades, all I cared about was getting a C and just having fun and playing around and stuff like that. But this was something I knew that would be the next step in my life and where I wanted to go. So studying for me was very important because I never really studied for anything. So I came home every day and I just read a little bit of the book, even if it was 1 to 2 pages. I have attention span, honestly, of a squirrel. So it probably took me a little longer to finish that book than I wanted, but I'm glad I decided to pace myself with it as well. So I wasn't rushing and I wasn't making sure that I wasn't comprehending anything. And it's crazy because I've spent 6 years working out and weightlifting, swimming, running track, whatever. The things about like the human body and fitness and just diseases and nutrition stuff that you don't know, it's like a whole nother world that you actually learn from reading and stuff like that and educating yourself more. So some of the stuff for me actually was pretty hard to comprehend. So what I would try and do was apply it mentally in the gym. So say I would, find myself working out or see someone else working out in my gym, I would just, be like, oh, they're training their semi-tendinous fibrosis, something like that, But that's what helped me start to grasp the small things, start applying things with nutrition and joint movements and different types of joints and body function and functional training and all that. So that's something I was, very proud of myself because I knew it was going to be the next thing I wanted to do in life other than bodybuilding for myself was to train other people. And that's just something I enjoy doing. I love motivating people and I love helping people. And it's not even just for a fitness aspect, it's for getting people to, like I've mentioned in my other videos, feel confident and comfortable about doing what they want in life and follow their hearts and passions and, not settling for being mediocre and doing stuff that everybody else in life wants to do, and doing what they want to do in life. And that's something, like I said a million times before, fitness has honestly done for me, is make me very comfortable in my own skin and pursuing what I want to do in life. So like I said, I'm also doing online personal training as well as in person. Now my in-person clients, my clientele for that's going to be obviously a smaller base than online. Online I have a lot more openings for personal training, just due to the fact that it's a lot easier to manage diets and video chatting and routine building all on the computer, stuff like that. So that's easiest for me to manage things more, but I would, I'm open to training in person as well too. So training in person, online clienting. I have openings for both if anyone's interested. My email is garbearfitness@gmail.com, and I've had my whole layout ready. So it's going to explain, what I'm looking to do with people. And when I say that, it's more so what I'm looking to instill with people, other than just giving people a better body. It's also about a mental focus as well. And One thing that I made sure would be important for me when I'm personal training is that everyone is different and everyone gets time put into them. And I think that's one thing that's always been an important aspect to me, is making sure that people feel special and understanding how their body works, and that not everybody's body works the same. So building different routines and diets and playing around back and forth with the person through video chat, texting, email, whatever, no matter how long it takes, to me that's very interesting and fascinating, how, you know, one thing could tweak to the greatest or not do anything at all, and then you have to go back to the playing board, redevelop or retweak another plan, and then spit it back out again and see how it works. So it's almost like it really is like a science. So like I said, if anyone's interested in personal training with me, it's Garbearfitness@gmail.com, and I have my certification under the National Council on Strength and Fitness, NCSF. So speaking of personal training, I'm going to go into the topic of my bodybuilding so far. And I had mentioned before in earlier videos, I don't remember which vlog it was, that I wanted to get into another powerlifting competition come October. And I was looking to do a 315 bench, a 450 squat, and a 500-pound deadlift. And the most I've pushed so far was a 285 bench, 425 squat, and a 466 deadlift. So I mean, realistically, I'm like 30 to 50 pounds off, if even that much, from all my lifts of where I wanted to be. But over time, I lost interest in doing that, and my interest has been more focused on not just, you know, powerlifting and bodybuilding, or like power building as some people call it, but it's been just solely on bodybuilding. Like I've just been more interested in putting on muscle mass and my aesthetic and body composition as well. So I'm looking to do actually my first bodybuilding competition in spring of next year. It's going to actually be a classic physique. And by spring next year, I'm looking to be at about, if I had a choice, ideally I would like to be a 210 and then compete at 190. But we'll see what happens. More realistically, I'll probably be like a solid 190 at that point. And then maybe go from there. And that's another thing that's going to lead into my topic of dieting. So before I get into that, powerlifting, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do another competition with this year. Maybe sometime later next year, I'm not sure. But I'm more interested in solely bodybuilding right now. So the next topic is my diet. So as I mentioned before, I was in Illinois with my coach. I had mentioned I was staying with him in my last vlog. As you guys can see, I'm a little bit out of breath right now. It's because I actually just came from the gym doing legs and abs, and then I just ran back to my apartment for a little bit of cardio, so I didn't drive there. So like I said, I mentioned that I changed my diet up. So as before, I was on a 6,200 calorie diet, and that diet was very hard to get down. Some mornings I would be up till like 4 in the morning. My sleep would be messed up. I wouldn't have an appetite at all because my body wouldn't have time breaking any of that stuff down. I'd be exhausted. I'd be fatigued in the gym because my body's still working on breaking that food down. And then come like halfway through the day, I'm still not hungry, even though I'm pushing, you know, weight in the gym. Is because I'm eating like literally like with almost no break. Like I mentioned before, my diet was not the best. I mean, no one's diet's really perfect. There's always stuff to change, but what we had worked on was pulling foods out so I wouldn't have to eat as much, but the quality content went up. So I went from 6,200. This was even before I went back to before I went over to Illinois. I went from 6,200 calories to 6,000. Then I went down to 5,700, and that's when I started cleaning my diet on my own. But I would still find myself not hungry. And in all honesty, eating that much food is fucking ridiculous. I'm not even gonna lie, it's fucking ridiculous. So when I went over there, we changed like so much in my diet. My peanut butter and jelly left. My snacks became more meals. I replaced a lot of stuff with like actual nutrition balanced meals. So that was very interesting to do. I've been on that diet for 3.5 weeks now or so. So we're gonna see how my body plays out with that, but my macros are the same, which is very fascinating. When you clean your diet up, you realize that you don't have to eat as much garbage to hit the macronutrient numbers that you want, like your protein, carbs, and fats. So I'm at 5,000 calories a day now. I have one breakfast, about 4 or 5 meals and a couple snacks in between. And I mean, it's a little hard due to the fact that the quality, like I'm having a lot more potatoes, rice, stuff like that, a lot more meats. I find that my hunger is not as strong as it would be because I'm not taking in as many quick carbohydrates and sugars and stuff like that. But I know this is something I really need to do. Dieting is something that at this point in my life of bodybuilding and stuff like that, I know I need to focus on a whole lot more. Like that's going to be a key thing for me. It's responding with my weight training and stuff like that, to putting on weight, because I still have a lot of weight I need to put on before spring comes. So that's something that's really kind of like, have you ever done something like in life where it's even like a small thing to something you enjoy doing and it's kind of giving you a re-passion for it, you know? Because sometimes you just do something so long and you just need a little break from it. It's a break, just change things up and all. So that's kind of been like I would say like almost like a new motivation for me is my diet as well. And you know, I haven't even had a cheat meal. I had sushi out yesterday with a friend yesterday, actually, excuse me. But I hadn't had a cheat meal in 2 weeks, and I had sushi yesterday with a friend, so that was my cheat meal. My cheat meals now are gonna be no garbage. Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I would go to McDonald's for my cheat meals because I personally feel that cheat meals should be whatever you want. But my mindset with that has actually changed due to the fact of what I want to do for my body. So my cheat meals are also going to be fairly healthy, but they're gonna have leniency with them as they are called cheat meals. So that right now, my diet and bodybuilding and stuff like that is such a huge focus for me, and it's almost like I'm taking the next step and making it a more serious part of my life. So the next topic I want to speak about, I think it was modeling. So modeling is the next topic we're going to cover. So what was it? Oh man, it was I think it was last Saturday. I had gone to a runway show I'm losing my train of thought, in West Palm Beach. So as you guys know, I live in Orlando. I've been traveling a shit ton this year, as you probably know as well. You see it on my Instagram at Watson Alexander. Anyway, I went to a fashion show in West Palm Beach. It was a place called Surrey West. I guess it's like a catering, very high-end catering location, and it was a private fashion show. That was actually the first fashion show I've been to. Not only that, but the first fashion show I've ever walked. So it was interesting because I got offered to enter it, to walk for it last minute, and I was like, you know, okay. Well, first of all, my friend came to me and he offered me, do I want to go to the fashion show this Saturday? I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, I don't work. And then, you know, later that night, I'm asking him, I'm just like, you know, so, you know, how's the fashion show? How does it play out and all? You know, and then I'm just like, so am I just going to be sitting in the crowd watching? And he's like, no, you're going to walk. And I'm just like, oh shit. Like, wait, what do you mean I'm going to walk? And I'm just, you guys see how like happy I am because it was really cool. So I was like, yo, like I've never walked before. I've never walked. I've never done any of that stuff. I just started modeling. Like, I don't know what to do. He's like, all right, don't worry about it. We'll teach you. So the whole 3-hour ride down, I'm there with my friend Eric and Ramon. I just met him that day. Awesome guys. Very huge inspirations for me, and it's awesome for me to be surrounded by people that are interested in doing the same thing that I want to do. So we're driving down, and I'm just nervous the whole 3-hour trip. I'm just freaking out, like in my head, like freaking out. And then we get there, and I'm still freaking out. And it's about an hour before the show, and I'm just like, guys, like, I don't know how to walk. Well, Ramon didn't know that I didn't know how to walk, but Eric did. So the craziest thing, oh my god, this was like the most interesting experience. So we went to the bathroom to just chill out and just talk about how our day, you know, what we're gonna do and all. And I literally learned how to walk in the bathroom like an hour before the show. And I mean, obviously it wasn't going to be perfect because it was my first time walking. I was obviously going to be nervous on stage, but the basics of walking, you know, how you turn, how you hold your body posture, stuff like that, I learned how to do. And at some runway shows, you're not allowed to entertain the crowd. They want you to just kind of just keep walking straight, you know, walk back, or they want you to kind of pose off, but keep walking straight. At some shows, you can entertain the crowd, so that's what we were doing. You know, we were looking at the crowd, winking at them, you know, saying, hey, like waving at them, stuff like that, you know, doing a little posing. but it's almost like I was like freaking out like until I got up there, and it's just like you listen to the music and you just see the power of the crowd, and it's just like boom, like it was such a strong feeling. So that was awesome for me. The point on topic I wanted to do with that was, as much as I love modeling, you know, building a portfolio and all like that, for me, I realized that it's something that I love doing for entertainment and enjoyment, and also networking. It's a great way to network. It's a great way to meet photographers and other people, and just kind of get yourself out there. You know, get yourself more comfortable, whether it be in front of a camera like I'm talking to you guys now, or you know, get yourself in front of a crowd, stuff like that. But for me, I also knew that I was going to learn a lot from it too. But the point of this topic I really want to get to today is that, for me, right now in my point of life, I know a lot of people say, you know, do you want to do modeling as a career? Do you want to get signed? Yada, yada, yada. But I realize that I don't want to have this as a point in my career. It's not something that I mean, maybe down the road I might enjoy doing. It's not something I see myself doing for, you know, a job, signed with an agency, stuff like that. For me, right now, my point, I enjoy doing it to get myself out there, to network, to have fun, to build a portfolio. So you never know where something can go. So it's an opportunity I'm not going to turn down. It's something I'm going to continue to do. But bodybuilding is my focus right now in life. I think that was all the topics I really wanted to cover today. Just to let you guys know, continue following what you want to do in life. If you guys have any life questions, topics, discussions, anything you want to ask me, let me know. YouTube's Garbearfitness. My Instagram's at Watson Alexander. Garbearfitness, check it out, guys. Keep building, keep following what you want to do in life. Don't settle for mediocre, and have fun.